Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Pinkprint podcast. Today, we are sitting with Kayla Lindemann, entrepreneur and esthetician. Kayla started her own skin studio, and today we're going to talk all things about how she got there and what her day-to-day looks like. Let's go!
I'm excited.
Okay, so tell us, how did you choose to get into aesthetics? Let's begin with that.
So I actually had acne when I was younger. So
Your
when
skin,
I was
I need to pause.
I know, it looks perfect.
It's seriously glowing.
Perfect day to be perfect because
but there's,
I
like,
was so
nothing on
scared
it.
I was going to be waking up with like a pimple or something. I was like actually so nervous about that.
No, it looks perfect.
Thank you. So how did I get started? Well, I had acne when I was like 15. And then I started going to the dermatologist because nothing was working. I was going to CVS, Sephora, the drugstore, everything to try to like find something that would fix my skin because obviously I was so insecure about it. It's the first thing you see when you look at somebody in the face. And I just had acne all over my face. So I went to the dermatologist and the dermatologist was like helping me. And I just was so fascinated about the ins and outs of skincare. And I was like, can I work here? And she was like, sure.
When you were
I worked
15?
there when I was 15. So I worked there for the summer 2 years in a row. And I loved it. And then I was like, okay, I definitely want to do something like this
I didn't know that.
older. Yeah. So I definitely want to do something like this when I'm older, but I'm going to be super honest with you guys. School is not my thing. Oh. So I did not want to become a dermatologist and do like 8 years of school and residency and all that stuff. And then I also just didn't want to be a nurse because like there was things about dermatology that I didn't like. Mm-hmm. All I liked was acne. I didn't care about moles. I didn't care about rashes. Like all of that was like not my thing. So then basically I was like, my whole family is entrepreneurs. So I was like, I'll do business. So I went to business school at UM. And then right before I graduated, I was like, I want to work in skincare. Like I was always giving people skincare advice. I was like, people were like, Kayla, what moisturizer do I get? What vitamin C do I get? What retinol do I get? What is this? And I loved talking about it. And I'm like, I need to work in something that I love. I can't do something that I don't like. So I was like, I think I'm going to go to esthetician school. I literally looked up on YouTube, what is an esthetician? Like, how do you do that? And it seemed so easy. And I was like, this is perfect for me. And then I just went to esthetician school after I graduated UM. And here we are.
Oh my God. So you like knew this was like a passion from when you were younger.
From when I was younger. Exactly.
So then what motivated you now to like open your own skin
studio?
studio?
I can't work for people. I can't.
But when you were working at the other aesthetics place when you were 15, like you didn't vibe with them?
Well, I vibed with them. That was fine. I loved that. But I was like also so young.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I learned more about like the type of person that I am and what I want to do. And like people, I can't have people telling me what to do, especially when I really like it. Like, and I really care about it. Like, I know how to do it. I do the research. I can't have somebody telling me like, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do this. No one's telling me what to do.
Okay,
like, I can't.
Go off a little bit more on that. Like you realize more and more who you are, your personality. How did you like go about doing that?
Mm-hmm. Figuring out my personality?
Yeah, like how did you know like that was the right path for you? Because I feel like some people like don't really get to know themselves and maybe put themselves in a position where they could thrive. But you clearly know so well like this is what
I think it's just about like your experiences. Like I think going to work for 2 different med spas with people telling me what to do, I was like, absolutely not. It's just not who I am, like just in my core. Like you can't, like for example, when there was like skincare that was out of stock, like that I wanted my clients to buy because obviously they're there for one reason and it's for their skin. So there's no skincare in stock. And I'm like, we need to reorder products. No. What do you mean no? Like, what do you mean? We have to. And like, I just didn't have the control. So I was like losing my mind. I guess I'm kind of like a control freak. But like, I just needed more power, and I just knew I was never going to get the power working under someone else. Also, like working under someone else, like you're making someone else's passive income. Like I also wanted to be smart about like how much money I was going to be making and like making a future for myself and my family. You know what I mean? So I was like, this is just not the way to go about it. I have to make the jump and own my own place.
No, I love that you like realize it and you're not afraid to say it and like this is what you want. You're going after it.
Yeah, of course. I feel like you have to just be like that in life with everything.
Totally. So you started prepping. You officially opened it, you mentioned June 18th, and you were prepping for months before that.
Yes.
What obstacles did you have to overcome when it came to actually putting together the whole business plan?
You have no idea. Everything.
Tell us.
Like, it is so complex to open up a business. Like, there's so much stuff that nobody can prepare you for. Like, there's no like book on like how to, I guess there is books on how to open up a business, but like you don't know for your specific business and what you want. Like, there's different obstacles, and like it's just there's no plan. Like, you just kind of have to figure it out and go through the motions. I think the best thing for me was like having someone to look up to. I think that was so important. And if it wasn't for like people that inspired me in the industry, I don't know how I would have gone about anything. Like, basically just like following what they have and then just like tweaking it in my own way was like the best way to figure it out. And then also listening to podcasts, like other estheticians that talk about what they did. And like, I was basically just able to compile this whole plan. And it was really hard. Like, there was things that I had to deal with, like permits.
Really?
Were so annoying. Like,
wow.
I actually hated dealing with Miami-Dade County. Like, oh my God, that was like just awful. And then like lawyers, like having to get lawyers involved, little things like forms, like there's so much that goes into it, and it's just complicated. It's literally just complicated. And the amount of money that goes into owning a business, figuring out loans, like the rent, like everything was complicated.
No, it's a lot of details, and it goes like way beyond skin, which is like the passion.
Which is the passion. So I love skin, and then now I'm like running a business. But I studied business at UM, which at UM they didn't teach me any of the things that I applied now. Well, some, but like, you know, like the nitty gritty, like little business details. I didn't learn that at UM. I had to learn as I went. And like something that I found that happened to me is that I would do things wrong, and then I would be like, I did it wrong, so now I have to do it again, and then I would do it right. And that happened so much. And I just feel like that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Like, you do it wrong, and then you learn from it, and then you figure it out. And that happened a lot. And that was just like a whirlwind.
Wow. So how did you go about gaining a clientele once you opened up your skin studio?
So I actually built my clientele at the place that I was at before.
Okay.
Honestly, like the place that I was at before, I was still doing all my own branding, all my own marketing. And like people were coming through the door because of me, because they would see the videos that were posted online, and they would be like, it's almost like they got like a trailer of what their experience was going to be. So they would book, and then they would come, and then I would build my clientele that way. Yeah. So once I felt like I had a good clientele that was consistently coming in once a month, I was like, okay, I'm going to be able to like sustain like enough money so that I could actually like pay for all the bills for the business and for my personal life. Mm-hmm. So basically like that's how I built it. And I feel like you have to be really like personable, and you have to get people to trust you and like you, and like, and then you kind of just know that they're never going to go anywhere else. And if they did, it's because they moved out of the city, or they did, you know, whatever. But like, I feel like you just have to really, really treat your clients like super, super well, and they will come back. Mm-hmm. Like, that's how I built the clientele pretty much.
I agree. And I feel like at the end of the day, if they love the results of their skin, they'll follow you.
Yes, and that's why I really focused on result-driven skincare instead of kind of like the fluffy facials. Like there's a space for that. Like people love to relax, they love to feel good, but like that wasn't the avenue I was going for. I was going for more like acne, fixing hyperpigmentation, like actually solving a problem, because people just get so happy about that. Like that's where the passion comes from. Like no one was really able to fix my acne. What fixed my acne was Accutane. Nothing other than Accutane. And like I was 15 years old on Accutane. That's like not good for your body. So it's just a shame, because I wish that there was somebody like me that I knew when I was that age. So I just want to be that person for someone else. You know what I mean? So
do you think that when you were younger, your acne could have been solved like by consistently going to an esthetician instead of Accutane?
100%. And then instead of the Accutane fixed my acne. Mm-hmm. Accutane works.
Totally.
But I then ended up with another problem. I ended up with a ton of inflammation in my skin. I had rosacea, and this rosacea was taking over my life. It was just a new skincare problem. Yeah. A new problem. One problem fixed, now we have a new one.
Yeah.
And like, it just sucked. And I just wanted to help people, you know, feel good in their skin. Like I was so insecure. It completely took over my mental health. When I was 15 years old, like those are crucial years.
100%.
That you need to feel good.
I remember, like, I thankfully never really suffered with terrible acne. My brother did, but a lot of my friends went on Accutane when we were in middle and high school. And I remember my mom being like, that's so scary. Like, you don't know, like, if you want to have a baby one day, like how it affects your body taking it so young.
100%.
And everyone was always like worried, but they're like, but I have no choice. Like, I don't want to feel like this anymore.
Yeah.
So
It's a quick fix. It's really
a quick fix. And now even a lot of my friends are taking it for a second time now when they're 25, 10 years
because
later.
it's a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
It's not actually fixing the like problem.
The root of the problem. Yeah. So now that you have your clientele, but now you have your own business, what are some tools that you're using and strategies to really market your business?
Social media is everything. It really is. Like, everyone's on social media, everyone's on TikTok, everyone's on Instagram Reels, like, and that is what gets people through the door, because somebody's about to touch your face. You want to know what you're getting yourself into. So like social media is definitely really, really important, and like branding, like, and also networking, referrals are everything.
Word of mouth.
So word of mouth. Yeah. So like if I make someone really happy and I make them feel really good in their skin, like they're going to go and they're going to tell their friends, and then their friends, maybe they're not having issues with their skin, but maybe somebody they know is having issues with their skin. And then they're like, oh, I heard about this girl. You know, it's just all word of mouth. It's the number one reason why I get clients, to be honest.
It's crazy. I never thought about it, but like, it's so true. I mean, I know that I would feel insecure when I had acne when I was younger, but like the role of an esthetician, how it can make a difference in somebody's life on such a personal, deep way. That's like your confidence when you're younger or at any age.
Yeah, 100%. So you think that social media like really was your hook to getting clients? Like they come in and they were like, oh, I saw you on TikTok. I saw you on Instagram.
That was the number one thing.
I do think you have great social media, and you're very active, and you're trying to post a lot, and I see it.
It's a lot. Though.
And you've grown your following like a good amount.
100%.
For like,
I started the account with 200 followers.
Yeah.
And then like we're growing. Obviously, I wish it was way more. Follow me, KSL Skin. But like, you know, it's still something. It's still bringing me clients. At the end of the day, that's all I really care about. I'm not really. I would like to be a skincare influencer, but that's not my purpose. Yeah, that's not why I'm here.
I think the goal of like if you were, it's just like to have more people to see it and to be able to help more people.
Help more people. At the end of the day, it's all about helping people. That's what I want to do. You know what I mean?
So how do you balance like? It's a full-time job, social media.
Yes.
Like truly is. And it's just a necessary evil. But how do you balance like cultivating your own brand through social media and also operational excellence within your skin studio?
It's a lot. Like, I need an employee, but I can't afford one right now. But like, you just kind of have to, you wear a lot of hats.
Okay. How do you organize yourself?
Oh, I have a to-do list. I have a calendar. Like I write down my entire day first thing in the morning. What am I doing? I literally am like a GPS. I know exactly how long it takes for me to do everything, get anywhere. Like I just organize myself really well. I'm a very organized person. I think if I wasn't, I would not be able to do what I'm doing. Like you have to be organized. Like your brain needs to be in like order, and so does your like space. Like if your room is a mess, your brain is a mess. Like I am a firm believer of that. First thing I do in the morning is make the bed. I swear the rest of the room is already organized. The kitchen is organized. Everything's organized. I can't go to sleep in a mess.
That's me.
Like
me too.
I can't. You know what I mean? So like if I'm organized and everything in my life is organized, so is the business, so is my brain. So like I just hate clutter, and I just make sure that my brain isn't cluttered either. You know what I mean?
I love that you're bootstrapping the business though, and you're really doing it, and you know exactly how long everything takes. And I think that's so important. And I think that sometimes people want to skip that step. And I know we see it with the podcast, and I think we've mentioned it before, but like even when it comes to delegating in the future, when it comes to growing your business, no one's going to be able to like fool you, because you know exactly how long it takes.
Exactly.
Someone tells you it takes an hour to do a TikTok. It doesn't. I know it takes 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Or to like restock all the products. Like, you know, it doesn't. So I think it's so important for a business owner to actually do everything
themselves first. Exactly. So when they delegate in the future,
you know exactly what it takes and what it's worth. And then therefore, like you actually have people who aren't like, you know, running circles around you. So I think that's super important that you're doing that.
100%.
So what is advice for someone who is an esthetician and who wants to open their own practice? What would you tell them?
Before and afters is so important. Well, for owning your own business. Okay,
no,
I thought you meant just as an esthetician. Esthetician, like to grow a clientele, you need good before and afters. That is like number one thing. If you don't have the before and afters, like you can make as many cute little reels, as many cute little like Canva things, but you need to know what you're doing and you need to show that you know what you're doing. But for a business, oh my God, like you need to just be organized and like know all the steps that it really takes. And like the best way to do that is to look at people that you admire and see what they do. Most of them have podcasts and give you like a checklist. Like somebody that I looked up to literally had a podcast with another esthetician and it was a checklist. I wrote that checklist down in my notes and I did every single thing. And then there was a million other things that she missed. Yeah. But like you figured that out as you go. Like you need to have like a formula and you need to figure out what the formula is based off of what you want your business to look like.
I always say like even in real estate we're like you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Like just learn and see and take 100%. What you can use and then just do that. You don't need to create something new
and make it your own. Like don't try to completely copy someone else because no one will ever be you. So like just be yourself and like you have to love this industry. Like you cannot be successful in this industry if you don't love it. So many people go into aesthetics for the money. You can't be just about the money. Like there's so much that goes into this. Your clients can feel if it's just for the money for you. You know what I mean? Like you have to really love it. And like all the clients that I have literally tell me every single time I see them, especially like the first times I see them, they're like, it's so obvious that you love this so much. And I feel like that makes them come back.
Yeah.
Like when somebody's touching your face and you can tell that they care so much about your face, like you're obviously going to be like, I'm only going to let this person touch my face.
Absolutely.
And that goes with everything.
No, I think that makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
So what are the biggest lessons you've learned so far?
I've learned so many lessons. I've learned so much about myself. Patience is so important. Like I'm somebody that when I want something done, I need it done right away. And like it just doesn't work like that when you're owning a business. Like you have to wait on other people. So patience is huge. Yeah, I think that's like the number one thing that I've learned. Like because I'm not a patient person. Patience.
I know. In a world of instant gratification, we all want something
now. And it's just not right away. And like you just have to be patient with yourself too. Like I'm hard on myself. And I've learned to have more patience with myself. Like, I'm not going to do it perfect all the time.
No. Give yourself some grace.
Give yourself some grace, 100%. Yeah, I'm 24 years old.
Exactly. You're doing a lot.
I'm doing a lot. I'm doing the best that I can.
Exactly. And then, slowly, bit by bit,
Yeah.
You're going to keep growing.
100%. And people are difficult. And you have to learn how to deal with that.
We were talking about that this morning.
Yeah. And I'm sure in real estate, you see it all the time. But, like, when I have some difficult clients, it really takes a toll on me.
Like, how do you deal with them?
How do I deal with them?
Yeah. Like, what is a difficult client? Like, someone complaining, like, this doesn't go away?
Someone complaining, like, you have to have patience, too, when you have acne, for example. Like, there's a purging period. You have to be consistent. Sometimes we have to make tweaks to your routine. And, like, there's a lot of people that just don't have that. And then they're just, like, it's just constantly, like, blaming you. Like, okay, but are you sure it's working? Are you sure this is doing it? And I'm like, I know what I'm doing. Like I've helped people. Like I've seen exactly what you're going through before. Like just trust me. And it's like constantly having to get people to trust you can be exhausting, but it's a part of the job. So I love it because I know in the end that they're going to be happy if they stick with it. But then, like, it kind of can just get in your head a little bit. You know what I mean? Especially if they give up. Oh, my God. That's the worst. That's never happened to me before, but I've heard so many clients that are so many estheticians that the clients give up. And they're like, you kind of just have to let them go and, like, no, it's not you. And, like, I've had some clients that I feel like they're about to give up. And I'm like, since I love it so much and I feel like I give so much of myself to them, they don't. But, like, it would really suck if somebody did, you know what I mean? In, like, an acne boot camp situation.
Mm-hmm. So how are you learning to not take these personally? And I think that whatever you say can go through any industry. Dealing with people when you're in sales, sometimes what someone says can hurt.
Yeah.
So how are you learning to get past?
Just know it's not personal. Like, it's not a personal thing. Like, they're not mad at me. Like, they're just angry. They're feeling insecure. Like, I was in their shoes. So, like, I get it, and I kind of just, like, know that it's just an internal battle that I'm just a part of. I'm not the enemy here. Acne, for example, is the enemy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just kind of have to like put my, like, you know, also just set some time like away from the phone. Like if a client's like blowing up your phone, like freaking out, just like set some boundaries and be like, listen, like these are my hours. Like, you know what I mean? Like this, I've told you this like multiple times. Like I'm going to continue reiterating it in like the nicest way possible, but like set a boundary a little bit. Like you can't.
No, so important.
You can't blow up my phone at 12 o'clock at night because you're freaking out.
Do you give people your phone?
Oh my God. Yeah. My phone number.
People text you at midnight about their skin?
Oh my God.
I'm asleep.
Yeah,
like,
no.
They could have a little bit of consideration.
It takes away from my sleep. Like I'm like anxious and stressed because I'm like, I'm stressed for them. Like I'm an empath. Okay. Like that is like, I'm so empathetic. It's honestly crazy. And I just feel so bad that they're like struggling so much and it just takes over. So I have to like really learn how to like set boundaries and like kind of just put the phone down.
So how have you started implementing boundaries?
By just like having to tell them like, listen, you
hurts.
can't text me at 12 o'clock at night. And I hate setting boundaries. Like I feel bad, but like I have to.
You'll go crazy.
Especially in a business. And like, I'm just worried that as the clientele builds, like my phone's just going to be going off like all day, every day.
You need another phone.
I'm going to need another phone.
Yeah.
No, and that's going to be a boundary that I'm going to have to set eventually. But right now it's not too bad. Like most of my clients are so amazing and they're so understanding and they don't all text me at 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
But every once in a while you get one of those.
Oh my God. I can't imagine being like, my skin doesn't look, I don't know.
No, yeah, like just like freaking out. Like my skin feels irritated or like am I purging or am I breaking out? And I'm like, we've been over this.
You're like, chill.
But I get it.
But like, what are you supposed to do about it at midnight?
Tell them over and over again that it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
That's all.
Wow, you're like
so
a therapist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. But I actually wanted to be a therapist when I was younger.
Really?
And then I was like, I don't think that I can do that. Like I don't think I can do it.
You are by association because I'll tell you everything.
But I am like to an extent, but I just don't feel like it's as, you know, it's not.
No, obviously you're not actually like going deep into their problems.
So like, and I knew I couldn't do it like that serious. So I think it's like the perfect mix because I love talking to people. I love giving people advice. Like I love giving advice so much in like the areas that I feel like I can give advice.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, it's like the best of both worlds. I'm doing skincare and I'm also like...
No, you found like a perfect blend of your passions and you found it in aesthetics, which is so cool.
So cool.
So speaking of, let's get to
grateful.
skincare questions.
Yes, go ahead.
What are the biggest skincare myths?
Biggest skincare myths. Okay, well, let's see. So people think that sunscreen doesn't work, or
who doesn't think sunscreen works?
Or like people think that sunscreen is like going to give you cancer. Like people say like, oh, sunscreen, before sunscreen was invented, no one had skin cancer. It's just so stupid. It makes me so frustrated. That's one of them.
How do they know? They're dead.
Exactly. Pores open and close. They don't.
Oh, that's a good one.
So people say like, if you use cold water, your pores close, and if you use hot water, your pores open. No,
I have heard that.
Not true.
I've heard that too, but I think I've also heard that that's not true.
So when you clean your skin and you use exfoliating acids and stuff, you're breaking down the debris in your pores. The pores are gonna appear smaller, but they're not actually shrinking and opening. That's not possible.
So when people say like I have
opening and closing,
yeah, like they don't do that.
So when people are like, oh, I have such big pores, like
there's nothing they can do. They're born with that. I have big pores. I'm oily. Like I do.
But then they just have big pores. They don't open and close.
They don't open and close. Exactly. But the more you keep them clean, the smaller they look.
Mm-hmm. What about washing your face with not hot water, but not cold water?
Warm water. That's what I recommend everyone does.
Like if I'm in the shower, like I literally fix the temperature when I go in on my face.
Good. I do that too.
Is that okay?
Yeah. That's perfect.
So you shouldn't wash your face with hot water?
No, not
how,
like super
how
hot.
Come?
Because it just can be irritating, causes inflammation, too hot. Yeah.
Okay.
And inflammation is the root cause of all skin concerns. Aging, acne, melasma, hyperpigmentation, like inflammation is the issue. So like stay away from heat, hot water, things like that.
I was thinking about this morning. I was playing tennis and like my face gets so red and I just like feel it. I'm wearing sunscreen, obviously.
And I'm in Miami.
No,
yeah,
so
we're in Miami.
But I'm saying, like, if you still want to like be active and do those types of things, like what are the best tips for like right after tennis? If I like can't necessarily take a shower just yet and I still have to drive home, like what can I do?
Like, because your face just feels really hot.
It's definitely like hot and
dirty.
like sweaty and dirty.
Dirty. Okay, so yeah, right after like doing tennis or anything like that, I definitely recommend that you use a hypochlorous acid spray. So that's kind of just going to kill all the bad bacteria in the skin, but not like impair the skin barrier in any way, just to keep all that like acne causing bacteria off the skin.
Is that like the Tower 28 SOS spray? Is there a different one that we can buy?
So
how much is that one? Is it expensive?
No, I think it's like $30.
I don't know.
But I actually have no idea. Don't quote me on that. But the highest
But I'm saying it doesn't need to be like Tower 28. Like I'm sure there's...
So there's cheaper options and there's more expensive options, obviously, with like everything. But I personally opt for Hyacin Active Spray from Hydrinity because it's in an airtight bottle. So like no air can get in there. And like if air gets in there, it can actually neutralize hypochlorous acid. So it's not going to be as effective.
Right.
So you want to opt for something that's like in a better packaging and also like the way that it sprays, like little droplets. Like one that has like a really fine mist because it'll get all over the face rather than just kind of splash all over. That's why I like the Hyacin Active Mist one. That's a really, really good option.
Okay, so should we like rinse our face and then do that? Or
you can just do it right after.
Really?
Right after. And
like
then go home and then take a shower and do your
Yeah. But I should like wipe my sweat, obviously. And then,
with like a little towel.
Okay.
And then it'll kill all the bad bacteria on the skin.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So it is helpful. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then another skincare myth is people say don't wash your face in the morning.
That's what I was going to ask.
You have to wash your face in the morning.
Like cleanse
your
okay,
skin.
but let me pause you because I wake up and I like immediately work out.
Oh, same. I don't cleanse my face with face wash before.
So you definitely should wash your face in the morning because your skincare from the night before is sitting on your face.
I didn't think about that, you know?
But is that bad? Like, don't we put that skincare on for a reason?
You want to wash it off because then also you're like tossing and turning in your pillow. Your pillow has bacteria, like but from your hair, like if you don't wash your hair every day, like your pillow has bacteria. I literally wash my hair like every other day. So and I go work out. The days that I didn't wash my hair, like my hair's gross. When I obviously don't wash it. So like that's on your face. And then you're going to go sweat. And then like the sweat and the dirt is all on your face.
She's convincing us to wash.
You have to wash your face in the morning, like 150%. If you don't do skincare, if you're like a guy that literally doesn't do anything to your face, you're fine. Like whatever. You don't use any skincare products the night before. Guys don't even wash their face. My boyfriend doesn't even wash his face with a cleanser, and it drives me insane. But like
he hasn't even started a little bit because of you?
No.
Oh my God.
He refuses.
Oh my God.
He's like, when I wash my face, I get a pimple. I'm like, you are actually irritating me. So whatever. But like you have to wash your face in the morning and then go work out and then do your whole skincare routine after.
So you wash it again and then you do your vitamin C, your hyaluronic acid.
Yeah.
Sunscreen.
Yes. Okay, I have another question. Because it happened this morning and I was like, I need to ask this. So I worked out and then I showered at the place I was working out at and I forgot my facial cleanser. Okay. So I like put body wash on my face. Is that worse than not putting body wash on my face? Like what was I supposed to do? I forgot my cleanser.
I feel like
I think I would rather you just wash your
not
face
put body
with
wash.
water.
Really?
Yeah.
But it was like I was sweating so much outside.
I mean, one time's not gonna kill you. Okay. Like whatever. If you feel like that makes your skin feel more clean, but like pimple. It's just that there's so many. The body skin is very different from your face. So like there's harsher things in there that are just not good for your skin. Like it's probably gonna give your skin that. It probably gave your skin that like tight feeling.
Yeah, I'm like
like it because it's just very stripping. You know what I mean? Like gentle cleansers for your face are definitely what I would opt for. So it's not like stripping the skin like crazy. Yeah.
Okay, vitamin C has to be in the morning.
100%.
Okay, people have told me it's at night. I'm like, I think you're wrong.
So there's some vitamin C's. So there's some vitamin C's that you can use at night. For example, the one that I use, you can use morning and night, but we're really young. Like we don't really need to be using it at night if it's one for AM and PM, but definitely not at night. Like they're wrong. It's it's to protect you from the sun, essentially, and pollution and things outside. And unless you're sleeping outside, you don't need it at night.
Okay.
When should you start using vitamin C? because I think that people nowadays with Sephora and the whole skincare and TikTok, like our little sisters are probably like wanting to use it and maybe they don't need it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just it's an additional step to help protect you from the sun.
Okay.
So like anyone can be using a vitamin C. It just depends on at any age, obviously not super young. When you're really young, you don't need to be doing skincare. Like wash your face, put on some moisturizer, some sunscreen. That's it. But like, I mean, I would start like in your 20s, like early 20s, start using a vitamin C, implementing that into your routine. It just really helps aid in the sun protection. You know what I mean? And the sun is the number one reason why we age. So the vitamin C helps with the sunscreen. Now, sunscreen is regulated. So like all the sunscreen that you get on the market for the most part is all like studied and made sure to actually work. Not all vitamin C is like that. Vitamin C protects you from the sun, but like the FDA doesn't regulate it. Like somebody could say it's a vitamin C and it's like fully not going to penetrate into the skin and do what vitamin C is supposed to do. So you need to do your research. There's a lot of vitamin C out there that's literally just sitting on your skin.
What's your favorite?
Ultra Advanced from Skin Better.
Okay,
best vitamin C
we're gonna
ever.
ask you about your favorite products.
Okay.
In a little bit.
Awesome.
Wait, what's your favorite sunscreen?
Okay, fine. What are your favorite
Skin
products?
Better as well.
Okay, what's your
This
favorite
tones-
brand?
Skin Better.
Is Ulta MD?
I knew it.
She told me this yesterday.
Ulta MD. Okay. So a very common sunscreen that a lot of people use went head-to-head studies with Skin Better sunscreen and lost by a lot. So not all sunscreen is created equally, and some sunscreens are better than others. They're all supposed to protect your skin from the sun, but I personally opt for Tone Smart from Skin Better because it went head-to-head studies against a sunscreen that I used to love, and I always tell people it's just the best. I love it.
Okay, but here's the thing. Skin Better is so expensive.
I know.
So what do we do?
But you're paying for results, girl. You're paying for results.
So you're saying to invest in the expensive
Yes.
skincare.
If you care about your skin, you should invest in it. Same way that you care about your hair. If you invest in your hair,
I'm like, I give two shits about
Yeah, same.
like I personally invest in my hair because I do highlights, and like I'm not gonna look like I have botched highlights. So I invest in who does my hair.
Right, yes.
You know what I mean? So like same thing with your skin. If you want your skin to look a certain type of way, like you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. Like if you want really, really good, glowy, beautiful skin, like by using a lot of the products out there. It's just the truth.
It's so annoying because they always say, like, if you spend more, like it's more expensive to be cheap because then you're like not getting the results and you keep spending stupid money here and there. But if we know like something works and we're gonna like
they say the
make
cheap always comes out to be more expensive.
It does.
That's what they say in Portuguese at least.
Yeah.
That was my translation.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's
100%.
like, okay, same with your hair. Let's take your hair. Like if you keep paying to like get cheap highlights and they maybe
Keep messing it up.
They
No,
mess
like,
it up
they
or
dry it out,
they
or, like, I
last
don't
one
know.
day and like you just
Exactly.
keep spending that like $40 here, there, whatever. It ends up being more expensive. So I get
100%.
that. Do you know of any brands that are
More
like
affordable?
More budget
affordable?
friendly for someone who's
Face
maybe
Reality, for
just
example.
Face
Okay.
Reality?
Face Reality is the acne line that I carry because acne is so... First of all, lots of kids have acne. They cannot spend Skin Better money.
Right, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like,
You know what I mean?
Imagine someone who's like just starting their skincare journey,
skincare
and they're not
journey.
like, I'm not gonna about to drop $500 on skincare if I'm just starting.
100%.
And they need to start getting consistent and disciplined with actually applying it. So Face Reality.
Face Reality is a great line. Really, really amazing. Gets really, really amazing results that I've seen firsthand and is super budget friendly.
Okay.
That's great.
I mean, I will say my boyfriend's sister, his oldest sister, she was on the phone with us the other day saying she got this like $600 facial. I have no idea. I'm like, what? I thought my like $150 facial was
is
expensive.
so sad.
But my point to that, I don't know what it was exactly.
$600 facial?
Maybe it wasn't a facial. I don't remember. It was something like
Okay.
that. But my point is she's 32, never has touched like filler, Botox, anything. Her skin is literally impeccable. And she's like, okay, but like I spend my money on this type of skincare and stuff and like I don't spend it on filler or Botox. So it's
100%.
my
I mean, I feel like that seems super excessive for facial.
maybe it wasn't a
Maybe it was
facial. I don't
something
remember
else.
exactly.
Maybe, but
like,
prevention is definitely
but she spends a
cheaper
lot on her
than
products for
correction.
sure. And
100%.
Yeah.
That'll make prevention is cheaper than correction. 1,000,000,000%. Like
Yeah.
if you invest in a good vitamin C, sunscreen, pigment inhibitor, which is going to help with pigment in the skin, you're going to spend way less money on lasers when you're older, when you have
Yeah.
all these age spots and all that stuff, because That all happens from the sun. That's gonna eventually come out of your skin, and then you're gonna hate it, and you're gonna spend thousands of dollars on lasers. Like, why not just stop the problem in the beginning?
It's like crazy. First it's acne, then it's sunspots.
Yeah, no, it's everything.
No, I know. And my aunt has like sunspots on her arms.
No. Yeah, I get more afraid of the sun every day, and it's so sad.
And she's always just like, I wish I like would have put sunscreen on, like,
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
no,
But
100%.
because
I mean, I'm going to be honest, I'm not good about sunscreen on my body.
No, I want to be tan as hell all the time.
I want to be tan, I know, but like on my face.
Yes, face for
like
sure.
Never.
Kayla, but what about a nice tan?
I know. But
Like,
like you can, like, no.
Your face looks tan right now.
No, I know, because when I go out, I take, like, I'm never sunburnt.
Yeah.
But when because of like my genetics and stuff, like I tan really, really
Me too.
easily.
Yeah. I'm like,
so
brown.
I go out
You're
in
brown.
the sun.
Yeah.
I go out in the sun and I'm wearing sunscreen, but like I'll still get a little bit of sun. You know what I mean?
So
like,
that's fine if you get a little bit of sun with sunscreen.
with sunscreen on, of course. If you
Never
go out in
no
the sun-
sunscreen.
Yeah, you need to reapply every 2 hours. Sometimes I'll forget to reapply, and then I'll get like a little bit of sun, which happened to me the other day. I was tanning with my friend, and I fell asleep. I was like napping. I didn't reapply every 2 hours, so I got a little extra sun. That's why I look more tan right now. But like, you know what I mean?
It's okay.
She's only human, you guys.
I'm only human. Like, it's not my fault. I also love a little tan. I get it.
Also-
but also like tanning drops. If you're like obsessed with being tan, I have some clients that are like, but I need to be tan. I'm like, we need to get you on tanning drops because.
So what are
you're
the
not
best
gonna be
tanning
going in
drops
the
that are
sun
not
all
going
the
to
time.
F up your skin?
So I don't use tanning drops, but there is tanning drops out there that don't have pore cloggers. So just look for ones that don't have pore cloggers, and you should be good. You know what I mean? Also,
Yeah.
like, everyone's skin is different. So maybe if this tanning drop doesn't have pore cloggers, but it still made you break out, you need to find another one.
Right.
You know what I mean? That pore clogging thing, it's a little wishy-washy. You can't trust it too much. It was like studied so long ago on like a rabbit's ear. So you can't like go by it like crazy, but just pay attention to your skin. I like to say like be skin-intuitive.
Okay.
Like be
Ooh, I like
intuitive
that.
about your skin. You know what I mean? Like, okay, no, I feel like this is not doing good for my skin. And then just like opt for something else.
Okay, I struggle with dark under eye circles, and for a period of time they were like doing well with like certain eye creams, but like, do you think that's possible to like reverse? Like right now I feel like they're a little dark, and I've been trying to like fix them. Like, do you think there are certain eye creams that actually help with fine lines and darkness?
Yeah, 100%. Good ones.
Skin better?
Skin better. Yeah. Good ones, of course. And then also like under eye dark circles, it's very genetic. It's something that's actually very hard to treat, but with good skincare, it can improve 100%.
So what is the order, my friends specifically ask, like what is
Yeah.
the order we should be doing our skincare in morning and evening with like toner, acne, medicine, moisturizer, vitamin C, like just what is the proper order?
So it's hard to say based off of like the different skincare lines, the way that they blend in together. It's really hard to say, but like for the most part, of course, toner goes first, and then like go thinnest to thickest.
Okay.
I like to say that if like I don't know exactly what you're using. Also, like the most potent ingredients, like if you really, really want to get the benefits of vitamin C, like that should be the first thing that you're putting on your skin. Tretinoin, things like vitamin A, whatever, that should be the first thing on your skin, and then you go in with like a moisturizer. So if you're using a bunch of different products from a bunch of different lines and you're layering them on your skin, even in thinnest to thickest, there's a really high chance that like
They're not
most
penetrating.
of those are not penetrating into the skin, and you're not even getting the benefits.
Damn, what a waste of product.
It's such a waste of product. Like the amount of skincare I've bought in from Sephora and Ulta, like, and all of it was just sitting on my face. Your skin is not a sponge. A lot of people get confused. Like the products that you put on your skin aren't just gonna immediately go into your face. Your skin actually doesn't like things going into your face. It actually pushes things out or doesn't allow them to penetrate. So you need to opt for products that have good delivery systems that basically deliver those ingredients into the skin so they actually work. Those delivery systems are expensive. They have to be studied. They have to be like clinical studies, make sure that they actually work.
Yeah.
And that's expensive. And that's why good skincare is expensive. Not all good skincare though. La Mer is literally glorified Nivea. Like it's some of the skincare is not that good. You know what I mean?
What about-
even though it's expensive?
Do you know like Biologique Rocher?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that brand?
I've never used it. I'm
Okay.
gonna be honest with you. I've never used it, and I haven't heard I haven't heard anyone that's been like, oh my God, this changed my life. I
Okay.
haven't heard any estheticians that have been like, oh my God,
Using
this
it.
has changed my clients' lives. So I've never like opted for it or really looked into it, but I can't really speak on how great or bad it is.
I also feel like Caudalie is like everyone's talking about it right now.
Yeah, that's one of the more like glorified drugstore brands. You know what I mean? And like some people like it. Like I think that like what is that serum that's like a milky serum?
Yeah, I know.
People like it.
About.
I've heard a lot of people that like it, but like it's not going to transform your skin. If there's something that you don't like about your skin, like acne, hyperpigmentation, like that's not going to do anything. Maybe it'll hydrate, but like that's it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Got it.
So for the basics, man or woman, what are the products that like if you had to tell them to use something, what are the products that people just must have?
With no skin concerns.
With no skin concerns, but just like the basics. Nothing extra, just like you need to have.
No, like us. I don't think we have major skin concerns.
Right.
Like we got pimples here and there.
You guys are in your 20s.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Yes. But also, I want you to talk about hyaluronic acid because I just have this feeling that no one needs it, but I want to hear what you think about it.
So yeah, not everyone does need it.
Okay, good.
So basically a good gentle cleanser. Key.
What's your favorite? Is it Skin Better?
Skin Better.
Okay.
Face Reality has a really good one.
Dude,
that's
you need to be
affordable.
their ambassador.
I know, I should be. They should pay me.
Sponsor
Sponsor me.
We're going to tag them in these reels.
Oh my God, no. Like, they would never pay me. But anyways, so cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen. And then basics. And then if you wanted to just add a little bit extra oomph, vitamin A, so a retinol, retinoids, and vitamin C.
But
in the morning. Vitamin C in the morning, vitamin A at night.
Don't you not take retinol until you're like 25 or something? Or you don't think that's true?
So you can start retinol whenever you want. Obviously, I would recommend that you start like in your early 20s. It's not going to make that big of a difference if you start in your early 20s or 25.
Okay.
You know
and is it true that there's like a purging period with retinol?
There can be. If you're acne prone, there can be for sure. So like I personally purged with retinol because I'm acne prone. But again, like tretinoin and stuff, it's a little harsher. So some people purge for like a really long time because their skin barrier is not in good shape. And their skin just looks like awful for a while. But I personally like the Skin Better retinol because you can use it every single day and it's not super aggressive. Like it's not going to make you peel. And like I noticed that a lot of people don't purge as much, but you still can have a purge 100% because it's basically inducing that cell turnover rate. So that's going to push all the bad out of the skin. It's a good thing. And it will eventually be a good thing, but like sometimes people have a hard time starting because they're scared of that.
Got it.
Cool. What are the biggest mistakes people are making with their skin?
Not wearing sunscreen. Like,
no.
If you're not wearing sunscreen and you're doing vitamin C and you're doing a retinol and you're doing
waste.
hyaluronic acid, it's a waste. It's a complete waste.
It's like crazy how sunscreen is just like literally like end all be all.
End all be all. 100%.
And like so many people say it too, and so many people just choose to not listen.
No, you just need to drill it into everybody's head.
By the way,
you have
like
to find a sunscreen that you like,
yeah,
and then you'll wear it.
Yes.
I personally like will not leave the house without my sunscreen on because I like how my skin looks better with it on. Like if I didn't like it as much, I mean, I would still wear it because I'm an esthetician, but like I would kind of dread it. You know what I mean?
What's on your skin right now?
What is on my skincare? Sunscreen.
Which is, tell us your morning skincare.
So my morning skincare routine. Okay.
And nobody followed this because you don't have her skin, but I just want to know.
So cleanse in the morning with Skin Better cleansing gel. And then I go in with the Hydrinity Restorative HA. So that's a hyaluronic acid serum that I love. And then I go in with my vitamin C, Ultra Advanced from Skin Better. And then I go in with Even Tone, which is a pigment inhibitor from Skin Better. And then moisturizer, Trio from Skin Better as well. And then sunscreen, Tone Smart from Skin Better.
So you do moisturizer and sunscreen.
I know.
Because I've heard people say like skip moisturizer in the morning and just wear your sunscreen.
No, my God. The moisturizer makes the sunscreen look so much better. It applies way nicer.
I'm going to try that.
Yeah. You don't wear a moisturizer in the morning?
No.
Why?
Also,
I feel like it makes your skin feel so good.
Now that I do my sunscreen and I've been a little dry around my nose, so I'm like trying to like go on top of it with moisturizer.
Yeah. You should wear moisturizer in the morning if you feel like your skin is dry or if you want just like that extra hydration.
Sometimes I'm just, especially in the summer here, I swear I put on like skincare and everything and I go outside and I'm like immediately sweating so much.
That less is more.
A lot of it is also the skincare is just sitting on your skin. So your face feels like humid.
Yeah. Like my nose will be like perspiring and I won't even feel it. And then I like touch it. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Because all the skincare is just sitting on your skin and then you go outside and it's so hot and so humid and your face just feels like wet.
So you
I
think,
hated that.
do you think that's because of I'm using the wrong skincare?
It could be that you're just using skincare that's not like penetrating. You could be using it in the wrong order. Like it could be any of that. And then it also could just be that
It's hot as hell. Yeah.
Yeah, it's also really fucking hot.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's hot.
it's really
It's
hot.
humid. We're in Miami, you know.
How important do you think diet and lifestyle are for skin?
So diet and lifestyle are obviously very, very important. And normally when I find that my acne clients aren't clearing after a certain amount of time, I'm like, okay, we need to look at your diet and lifestyle. Obviously, I touch on it in the beginning, but I never want to like create any bad eating habits because of their skin in the beginning, because I don't want a kid to come in. They're 15 years old.
Do you have kids coming in?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot of them. So they're like 15 years old, and I'm not going to be like, you can't eat meat, or you can't eat dairy, you can't eat cheese, you can't eat cereal, you can't eat...
Yeah, poor kid.
The poor kid.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be like, she or he's going to be scared to eat anything. And I don't want to do that at all.
Yeah.
So I only really touch on that. Like, I touch on it a little bit, and then, like, if they're not clearing, I'm like, okay, what are we eating? Eat everything in moderation. That's, like, the number one thing I say. I'm like, you don't have to completely cut out cheese or eggs. Eggs can cause acne. Like, there's things that can cause it.
She doesn't eat eggs.
It really?
Well,
if you eat a lot of it.
You cut it out.
I cut it out because I'm like, I cut it out. I've never had acne, like, thank God. But I was like suffering with a lot of congestion and like acne here, which I never had in my life. And it was like cystic acne. And I was eating like fucking 5 eggs every morning.
Oh, and you cut it out and it stopped. Yeah.
And
100%.
creatine. Do you know anything?
I didn't think eggs was like a thing.
Yeah.
I heard another like influencer say it, but like I don't trust them because it's not my skin, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, let me just try. And yeah, I noticed a difference.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, 100%. If
It's annoying because I'm like, what the fuck do I eat for breakfast?
Yeah.
Like,
but you can't eat too much of it.
Yeah.
Then it can hurt you.
Yeah. And I think that
I don't know much about.
Okay. Because that I think definitely was causing acne for me, and my boy cousins had said that because I think like in the past
They eat like 8 eggs a day.
That's not, yeah, they do. But mainly like men were taking creatine, and like I feel like now more women are taking it. And I started taking, they were like, don't take it. It's like so bad for your skin. But I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't think that's true. And then I noticed like all this crazy acne that I've never had before. And I was like, fuck, maybe it is the creatine
It could
too.
be. I don't know. Is there biotin or B12 in creatine?
I don't know, but another esthetician that we've spoken to said like biotin's not good.
Biotin is not good. No.
So why do they sell biotin stuff for hair, skin, and nails?
Yes.
Literally,
Trust me,
that's
it
their
drives me
tagline.
insane. So basically, if you have acne, you have, most people, it's genetic, and you have something called retention hyperkeratosis. So basically, this is you're overproducing skin cells. Okay, so that's what clogs the pore. You're producing 5 times more skin cells than the average person. So if you're taking biotin, that's gonna boost up the amount of skin cells that you're producing.
So it's like
So
more.
it's too much, and it makes people break out. But if you don't have retention hyperkeratosis and you don't have a history of acne in your family or anything like that, you'd probably be totally fine. You know what I mean? So you just have to be mindful of that. If you're acne prone, stay away from biotin.
No, I've learned the hard way to not take biotin.
Well, she was doing laser and taking biotin.
Oh yeah,
And it's like
that's
for
another
hair, and I'm
thing.
thinking it's just going to the top of my head, and
it's
I'm
going
like-
everywhere.
Yeah.
Exactly.
100%.
It's okay because I took Nutrafol for a month, and first of all, nothing's gonna fucking change in a month. But anyway, I was like, wait.
Nutrafol, I've heard a lot of people love for like hair, but I've heard some people that have acne that have had issues with Nutrafol.
Really? Yeah. I mean, I was taking it. I like chopped my hair like really, really short, and I was like, I kind of miss my long hair. So I started taking it, but I was also doing laser, and I'm like, oh fuck, I can't be
just doesn't
taking
make sense.
Nutrafol. Yeah. Anyway.
So what are your tips for skin prepping for brides to be?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me this question.
Really?
Yes.
Not me like jaw drop. I'm like, oh, good question.
So
Or maid of honors to be.
Yes. Are you her maid of honor?
Yeah.
Oh my God, how cute. That's so exciting. Okay, so definitely do a hydrofacial once a month. Once every 4 weeks.
Trying to
if
break
you
my
can.
bank, you guys.
Once every 4 weeks, once every 6 weeks. You can do either or. That's really going to help keep your skin really nice and glowy, especially if you do it like a year out. Your skin's going to look amazing.
We're not a year out.
How much?
6 months.
We're 6. Okay, get on it, girl. Book your appointment. So definitely hydrofacials, implement a vitamin C and a retinol, 1000%. And then just like use your sunscreen every single day. cleanse your skin, obviously all the 9 yards, which I'm sure you do. But definitely I would recommend that what you probably not already doing is implementing hydrofacials or facials, anything once a month.
I love laser.
Laser for your face?
Yes.
For your hair or?
For acne.
For acne. Which laser?
I don't know the name of it. I've asked her multiple times and I forget.
Yeah.
But I do like to do it every once in a while.
Yeah, that's great. Lasers are amazing.
Yeah.
They are so transformative.
I feel like the combo of both is really nice.
Yeah, no, 1,000%.
But like, do you think you need lasers?
But lasers
no, I don't know if I need them, but I just keep going.
Like, you don't have acne.
Yeah,
like,
no.
But then like I break out and then I'm like.
But isn't that normal? Like, I'm sure you get a pimple every once in a while.
I mean, I actually did laser a lot when I was in high school and I had more and I feel like it helped.
It did really good for your skin.
So I still go. I do it like maybe like twice or 3 times a year. It's really not.
Yeah, no,
long.
that's.
I feel like you go like in the holidays.
You should do it.
Yeah, I go whenever my grandma's here because we go together.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, no, that's great. Lasers are really, really good.
Have you heard of the brand Clear Stem?
Yes.
Okay, are they like fake or what is the deal?
I don't know, but I haven't heard great things.
Okay, because they have like a supplement for people.
Yeah, they have a supplement. I mean, I've heard, I don't know, from the other estheticians that I follow that I know, they don't really opt for that for their clients.
Okay. So
I've never used it. I've never had my clients use it, so I can't say much.
I heard them on a podcast and they mentioned something that I thought was interesting, so I want to hear what your thoughts are. They said that you should like put your acids on and then wait 15 minutes to do the rest of your skincare routine.
God,
no.
it's so complicated.
Like what? Like it depends. Like I guess it depends on what acids they're putting on their face. But no, nothing that I have my clients use.
Who the fuck has that time? But
yeah, who has that time? If I told my clients to do that, they'd be like, Kayla, no.
It's like already hard enough to do the whole skincare routine, like let alone like when we wait 30 minutes.
When we wait 30 minutes,
yeah.
The only thing that I do know that you do have to wait a certain amount of time is benzoyl peroxide. But I just have my clients not use moisturizer with benzoyl peroxide because it actually cancels out benzoyl peroxide. And then it's like no point of putting benzoyl peroxide on. And like if your client's skin is in good shape and you're having them use like a gel-based hydrator before or after the benzoyl peroxide, they should be fine.
Okay. What is benzoyl peroxide? What is it used for?
It's for acne, inflamed acne. That is like a game changer.
Okay. No, I think my friends maybe use that because I've heard about it before.
That does a huge difference with kids or anyone with acne.
Okay. And also, what is your take on water-based products? I've heard people say that when they use water-based products, they break out.
That's not true.
Cool.
Yeah. There is water. There can be water in some products, but like that's not making them break out. Something else is making them break out.
Okay.
So what about tips for people who are traveling and your skincare while traveling?
Do not do your skincare on airplanes.
I know. Everyone
that is the dumbest thing actually ever. Like, don't touch your face.
Yeah.
When you're on an airplane, airplanes are so gross. All I recommend when you go on a plane is do a really hydrating skincare routine before because the plane will dehydrate your skin, and use a hypochlorous acid spray on your face throughout the flight to just keep the bacteria off the face. That's it. You do not need to do a mask. You don't need to wash your face and do moisturizer and do a freaking facial.
I mean, I just would never do that, but
you just don't need to do that.
I don't see that, but a lot of the
people
influencers do that.
100%.
On the plane?
Yeah.
Yes.
They'll do like a mask and they'll take it off and they'll do the eye masks and then they'll do pimple patches.
They're doing it for TikTok.
Yeah.
Like they don't, there's no other reason to be doing that.
Do you approve of pimple patches?
So it depends. So if you're like a picker, like me, if you pick your skin, you need to use pimple patches.
I like to pick other people's skin.
Me too.
And your own. You'll be like, I just destroyed my skin this morning. I'm like, why the fuck are you touching it? Like,
don't touch your skin. You just create so much trauma, and those little marks that you get on your skin, like you're actually traumatizing your skin. It's inflamed.
It's gonna need therapy.
That's why. And then that's why you have that mark for such a long time. Do you realize that those acne marks like take forever to go away?
I know, it's so sad.
It's so annoying.
I had here. Thank God they're gone now. But I wasn't even picking them. But why do we get cystic acne? Like, what is that?
Is that hormonal?
I had never had it in my life until eggs, I guess.
Until eggs. It's hormonal. It has a lot to do with like your oil production levels, like. Your oil production changes as you age. It changes if you're eating a ton of eggs. It changes if you're on birth control. It changes if you're not on birth control. It's always changing. And like hormonal acne, like those big cystic ones, it's typically has a lot to do with your hormones and genetics.
Yeah.
And hyperkeratosis.
What about like like spironolactone?
Yeah.
What do you think about that drug if you're acne prone?
For hormonal acne, it helps regulate your hormones, I believe. Don't mark my word on that, but it's medication. It's like a Band-Aid. Yeah. It's not actually solving the problem.
Okay.
Like it solves the problem temporarily, but then what happens when you get off the spironolactone? Then what? You know.
Right. What do you think about clean beauty products, which are now
I hate
a lot.
So much.
It's like they don't do anything.
It's
right?
just like 100%. They don't do anything. But it's like, what are we? It's just like fear mongering. Like it's like, why are we so scared of chemicals? Like, do you know how many chemicals are in a banana? Like, do you have any? Like, it literally is like a list like this long.
Oh my god.
Like, why are we water? H2O chemical. Like, why are we scared?
Oxygen?
Like, oxygen? Like, why are we scared of chemicals? Like, it's just stupid. I mean, it's stupid. It doesn't do anything. Literally, it's not going to do anything for your skin. And, like, I get it. Some people don't want to put products on their skin because they think that it's going to cause cancer or whatever, but like
I know, I think it's so interesting because like
be careful with it
now with like Branch Basics and all this like cleaning supplies. My aunt is like, it's not gonna fucking work, just buy the Windex, whatever. And people are scared. They're like, I don't want my baby touching the surface and blah blah blah. And it's like
everyone's just scared.
Like, first of all, Branch Basics didn't exist when we were babies, so you know how they have that brand on Amazon. It's like the clean skin wipes. It's like a new wipe you take to clean.
I love those.
Okay, you do love them.
I was gonna say she uses them. I know because
I use them.
Online.
I obviously love them, but I'm like, I don't want to buy these like every single month.
Time. That's fine.
But like, what can we do alternatively?
So I would.
And what is the problem with using a towel?
I use a towel.
So there's do you use the same one all week? Oh my god. So
like,
there's so much bacteria that harbors on your towels. Okay. The ones that you're using to like dry your hands, or if you wash your face, like it's full of bacteria. So what's the point of washing your face and then drying it and putting all this bacteria back on your face?
I love the way the clean wipes feel. They feel so good.
So instead of, if you don't want to buy the Clean Skin Club towels, which I love, I think they're so worth it. But if you don't want to buy them, just get little mini towels and like switch them out every single day.
Okay.
And then just like have like a stack in your bathroom or whatever. And if you are somebody that
what about like paper towel?
You can use a paper towel.
Like,
you can.
No, but I'm saying like let's
feel
just be
that good.
Maybe not feel good, but like let's just be super.
I've done that before. If I run out of skincare towels, why do I keep saying skincare towels?
Clean Skin
Club towels. If I run out of them, I'll use a paper towel. I will not touch a towel on my face.
Wow. Okay, good to know.
No, I don't.
So what about when you come out of the shower and you have your body towel, you don't dry your face?
I go grab a Clean Skin Club towel.
Oh, yeah, I'm fucked then. Because I just grab it and I'm like, okay.
No, I use a Clean Skin Club towel even after the shower.
And what do you think of the Dr. Dennis Gross red light mask?
So I think red light therapy is amazing. Okay. I don't think it necessarily needs to be the Dr. Dennis Gross one.
Yeah, but I just have that one, so I'm asking.
It definitely needs to be one that has good clinical studies that actually works. You know what I mean? That goes with all skincare devices. A lot of skincare devices are a little gimmicky. You don't need them all. You know what I mean? But red light therapy is amazing.
Okay, cool.
Really, really good.
I do notice a difference when I use it consistently.
Do you use it on a clean face?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, of course.
What about making sure you're not using it over your skincare? Huh?
What about ice rolling?
Ice rolling is amazing for inflammation, especially like if you have melasma or inflamed acne or anything that's like really inflamed. Definitely ice rolling is so good.
Do you have any tips for people that suffer from rosacea?
Oh my God, girl.
My aunt suffers so badly from it.
I had rosacea from the Accutane.
Right.
And I really struggled with that because I looked like a freaking bright apple.
She hates
every single day, all day, every day. It was horrible. Rosacea is really tricky because it's controlled, it's not cured. Just like acne, controlled, not cured. So you just have to implement things that are going to help keep it under control. So the sun can be very triggering for rosacea. So she has to be wearing sunscreen all day, every day. Doesn't matter if you're inside. UV rays come through.
Yeah, like here.
Yeah.
UVA rays, the aging rays come through the window.
Love that.
Like you have to be wearing sunscreen inside.
Or in your car.
In your car. Like exactly. People are like, I work from home. I'm like, there's windows in your house.
Yeah.
Like you still have to wear sunscreen, whatever. So rosacea, definitely just like try to use skincare products to keep it under control. I personally love vitamin C, the Even Tone from Skin Better, amazing for rosacea. Maestro from Skin Better, amazing for rosacea. Using things that are anti-inflammatory like Epicutis lipid serum or the Hydrinity HA restorative HA, amazing for rosacea because they have ingredients that help with inflammation. Again, rosacea is rooted in inflammation, so anything to help reduce that inflammation. Ice rolling, things like that.
Do you think that inflammation can be from diet too, or no?
It can be 100%. So like if you can't get it under control with skincare and you're doing all the right things and it's still not under control, then we have to look at diet and lifestyle. You know what I mean?
So, sorry, I'm asking so many in a row. But they all just kind of have to do with each other. Because speaking of diet, like what is with everybody saying like no dairy? Like if you have acne and...
So, because dairy can mess with your hormones. You know what I mean? So like if you have a lot of cheese or a lot of eggs or you have a lot of milk and stuff like that, it can raise your androgen levels, which raises your oil production, which will make you break out. So that's the thing with that. But like there's some people that their hormones aren't affected by milk or cheese or whatever.
Yeah, I eat cheese and milk and I'm...
Yeah, so do I. And I'm super acne prone. So like... you just have to eat everything, drink everything in moderation.
Absolutely.
100%.
Get good sleep. Drink in moderation.
Yeah.
Katrina.
What the hell is that?
Are there any skincare trends that you think are absolutely overrated and are actually maybe harmful? Like things on TikTok or stuff that you've seen?
Like snail mucin?
Snail mucin is not going to do anything.
I know. I bought it. I've been using it and I'm just trying to finish the bottle.
Yeah. How long have you been finishing the bottle for?
Like forever. A year. For a long time. But I have this much left and I'm almost there.
I mean, it's not going to hurt. It's just not going to do much.
Right.
What about salmon? Wow, it came out really weird.
Hey, when you say salmon.
I say salmon. But I was saying like a salmon. Okay.
I say salmon too.
Semen.
What?
And snail semen.
On their face?
And snail
People
semen.
use salmon semen, facial salmon semen on their face.
Oh, and like beef tallow.
What? Yes.
Yes.
What is beef tallow?
A lot of people.
Oh my God. It hurts my heart because people are just going to do it and then their skin's going to look horrible. And then they're going to end up like running to the dermatologist to fix all their problems. It's just, no.
Like Korean skincare.
Okay. Korean skincare can be good.
Okay.
I personally don't know enough about it. There's so many lines out there. There's so much stuff in Korean skincare that isn't doing anything. That's just like a glorified hyaluronic acid or whatever. But there is good stuff out there.
Okay.
That's Korean. But like, why are we putting animal fluids on our face? Like what? That's just crazy.
How do you even get salmon semen? I don't even know how you go about getting that.
That's not going to do anything for you at all.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay, walk us through a typical day.
A day in my life. I love filming these. They're so fun to film, but I always forget to film throughout the day. So, anywho, day in my life. Wake up, make my bed first thing in the morning, go wash my face. If I'm going to go work out, just wash my face, moisturizer. Go to the gym, and then I either do like Pilates or weightlifting. I like, Sweat 440 and Solid Core. Love those two. Yeah, love them so much. And then I go back home, take a shower, wash my face, obviously in the shower, do my full skincare routine, have my breakfast, go to work, do a full day of clients, do a lot of like administrative work because there's always stuff to be doing in the back end, come home. The end of my day is where I relax. The beginning of my day is more like on the go.
Who relaxes at the beginning of their day?
No, a lot of people. Like really? A lot of people do not work out in the morning. Like they do all that stuff at the end.
Oh, true.
I'm somebody that works out. I have to work out in the morning.
Me too.
If I wait till the end of the day, I'm not working out.
No. Same.
So then towards the end of the day, I just like get home, take a like body shower, do my nighttime skincare routine, hang out with my dog, hang out with my boyfriend. He works from home, so he's always there morning and night. I always get to come home to him. It's amazing. God. And then, I love to watch good TV shows. I'm a Real Housewives girl, Love Island girl. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's my life, I think.
If I were your boyfriend, I'd be like testing your products while you were away, like all day long.
No,
dude, if that was your boyfriend, don't you want to just like go at his face all the time? Or does he doesn't let me?
He doesn't let you? He doesn't let me. He doesn't even let me pop his pimples. He doesn't let me.
What?
I know. Oh it's so fresh. I've done like a hydrofacial on him before, but that's it. Like he won't let me pop his pimples at home. He says it hurts.
It does hurt.
About
bro.
It. I know. whatever. I just let them be. I pop pimples all day long. I don't really want to come home and continue working, to be honest.
Yeah.
What is the most rewarding part of your job?
Oh my God, making people just feel good. Like they're just so happy. Like I have some clients that come in and they're like on the verge of tears. I've had some clients that actually do cry.
For sure.
And then like I see their journey and then they come out of it like so happy. And it's just because I knew like firsthand what that felt like, struggling with your skin in any aspect, whether it be acne, rosacea, whatever it may be. Like just seeing them feel good in their skin, like they just glow differently, they smile differently, like they just are so happy, and that is my purpose. 1,000%, that's my purpose.
Oh, I love
that's why I'm here on this earth.
That. So how do you, Kayla, define success?
Well, I think just like knowing what you're like, you don't have to know exactly what you're put on this earth to do, but like just finding your purpose and like doing it and like actively working towards it and working on yourself at the same time. Like to me, that's success. Like finding something you really love and like whether it be a hobby, whether it be your career, and just like working on it is just that's happiness to me, in my opinion. Like I feel like if I didn't have this job, I don't know what I would be doing. Like I actually don't know. I would probably be sad. Like this makes me happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what's your tip for people to find their passion and something that's makes them really happy?
It just comes to you. It doesn't have to come to you at 20. It doesn't have to come to you at 15. It doesn't have to come to you at 30. It just comes to you eventually. I think you kind of just always have to be like, you just have to look internally, like see what you love, and then just like it just comes to you. I don't know. I just feel like it's natural. I don't think you should force it. I have like a lot of friends that are like, you found your passion, like you found what you love. Like I don't have that. And I'm like, just stop looking.
Yeah.
It'll come. You kind of just like, I wasn't looking for my passion at 15 years old. I had acne and then I loved skin.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Totally. So what's next for KSL Skin?
What is next? Well, we're taking it day by day. So we're taking it day by day. I'm not like, obviously I have big goals. I want the business to grow. I want to become really successful. I would love to grow my social media platform. But yeah, we're just doing it day by day, doing the best we can. That's all that matters, right? You just have to do the best you can. And that's how you get where you want to be.
We love that.
Yeah.
Well, Kayla, we aim to give our listeners the Pinkprint to personal growth and success through an actionable tip or step that they can do. So what is your homework for our listeners this week?
It's hard because like, should I give like a skincare homework? Should I give like a business homework?
Whatever you're feeling.
Yeah.
That they need to hear.
So if you are an aspiring entrepreneur, look for somebody that you can look up to. Look for somebody that you can kind of watch their every move and like see how they grew to be what you want to be, and kind of just create your Pinkprint to your dream life.
Yes.
And then just like work towards that and be positive. Being positive is so important. You can't be negative. You have to just like be really, really positive and just like look at the bright side of things. Good things happen to good people. And yeah.
How do you stay positive? Sorry, I had to ask.
No, I was going to ask, to be honest.
Yeah, how do you stay positive? Just look like, it's hard. I don't know. I don't really know how to be positive. Like you just have to do it. You just have to like fake it till you make it type of thing. Like just think you're positive and you'll be positive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think
it's hard. Like it's not easy to be positive all the time.
No.
But like, just try to look at the bright side of things. Don't be hard on yourself. Give yourself grace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kayla, for coming on.
Thank you. This was so fun.
Like so
it
fast.
It always goes by so fast.
What the hell?
Yeah, I love it.
But before we go, you have to tell everybody where they can find you.
Where's your skin studio, your social handles, everything?
So my skin studio is on US 1 near Dadeland. If you are a Miami local, you'll know where that is. And then you can find me on Instagram and TikTok, KSL Skin. Literally just KSL Skin. I actually got my Instagram handle, which was amazing. I was so nervous. I was gonna have to use like an underscore or something like that. Whatever. So yeah, KSL Skin. That's me. That's where you can find me. And if you want to look at my website, book an appointment, kslskin.com.
So the name of your studio is KSL Skin.
KSL Skin.
Perfect.
Yes.
Oh my God. So exciting. Thank you so much, Kayla.
Thank
you guys
you.
go visit her. Go
Thank
follow
you.
her.
Thank you
Thank
for
you so
having
much.
me. It was such an honor.
Thank you. Ciao. Bye.
Bye.